used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Now Jones. And they didn't wait long to take a shot there, that's for sure, but it falls incomplete, and it's 2nd down. Golden Tate, his intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll run for the first time with Dion Lewis. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick-6 for a Washington touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good.
Makes this Washington 7, Giants nothing.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Now Dion Lewis to return. A lane opens here. He's past the 30.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Jones looking to throw on 2nd down. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And that's going to be intercepted. Landon Collins, the Pro Bowl safety. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And incomplete, a drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Incomplete.
Well, defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
Second and 10 now. Haskins. Throw left side, complete to Moss. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
So third down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Here's Haskins out of the gun. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And now look at him go. And it's a touchdown for the New York Giants.
Head coaches never like to admit it, but going into every game, they have a vision about how the game's going to go. But anytime they get a defensive score, that vision takes on new light.
It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7.
Graham Gano set to kick off.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Mike 20, Mike 20. Let's go, team. Let's go.
Haskins looking to throw on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Haskins slings this deep from McLaurin. He rifles one that's intercepted. Isaac Yiadom in there to pick it.
Intercepted.
Bear in mind they had 2 interceptions last week, but that was in 4 quarters. They've got 2 here in the first quarter alone.
And the unsung people in this streak, the pass rushers, because most of the time, they're the ones that affect things in the pocket for a quarterback, trying to throw the football, rushing them, getting them off their spot, harassing them, and that allows the defensive backs, the linebackers, to swoop in and make the picks downfield.
And they're swooping. He's going to air one out. Oh, wide open, complete. Touchdown, Giants. Ty Johnson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Giants have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
If you know, that's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now it's Haskins. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards.
Back at the 41-yard line.
So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Out of the shotgun, Haskins throwing the out route incomplete. That's Hall. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Snap comes at 1. Now Haskins. And yet again, Haskins is intercepted. 3rd time. Picked off by Nate Ebner. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown.
We constantly talk about defenders having great vision and being able to see plays unfold and make their own plays, but you also have to have good feel as well because you can't see everything out there. See the play unfold, feel what's going on, and then get into the right spot and make your own play. And in this case, it turned out to be a highlight one.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. From the gun, Haskins. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Intended for number 12. Incomplete. Jabril Peppers on the coverage.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Operating from the gun, Haskins. Going deep here for Watkins. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Isaac Yedem picks it. A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score.
21. Washington, 7.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Jones out to the flat, and that's caught. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
24 yards.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Check 26, check 26.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, second down. Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers. Just 2 for 7 throwing the football. But he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders knock them off their route, and you're usually pretty precise. 1, 2, 3 cut, balls out of his hands to the receiver. In this case, might be off by a half step either way. They've got to find a way to get back in sync.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Shotgun handoff for Lewis. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Third down, it's Lewis. And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
21-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Ball carrier.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. From the gun, Haskins. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by James Bradbury. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. A first carry for the Clemson man, Wayne Gallman. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 36-yard line.
Throwing Jones. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Shaquem Griffin, he was relentless there as he hits home for the sack.
It's 3rd down. 3rd and 15.
After that sack, 3rd and long, tough spot for Jones and the Giants. Operating from the gun, Jones. He's going to fire deep for Ratley. It's caught inside the 25. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Damian Ratley, his 4th touchdown on the year. Then the Giants add on to their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
On the 24-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. The intended receiver was Thaddeus Moss, and that'll bring up 2nd down. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know, but all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one, much more like lead.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. To throw again, Haskins. And this is going to be incomplete. It was Logan Ryan that time who knocked it away.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Hey, Mike 20, Mike 20. Quit talking about it and bring it.
3rd down, here's Haskins. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
At the 46-yard line.
Now Lewis here on first down. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Ball carrier. Shaquem Griffin there on the tackle. A 6-yard.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
At the 40-yard line.
Keep playing hard, fellas, all day. Woo! Let's get it.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Right there, 56. Check.
From the 40 now on second down, Jones. And he hits the running back, Dion Lewis. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
Giants.
Now Jones off the play fake. That is caught inside the 5. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown.
Touchdown.
Sterling Shepard, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
35. Washington 7.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This will make it into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Mine's 54. Mine's 54. I got you. You're all mine, baby. Get this. You're all mine. Check 52.
Now Haskins to throw it. Rolling to his left. Now he'll pull it down. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Now how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
On 2nd down, it's Gibson. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37.
He was brought down by Blake Martin.
A big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line. They'll hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
Let me what you got. What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some.
Haskins on 3rd down. Man open, it's Moss complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. On 1st down, Gibson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts
8 yards
as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
42-yard line.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Check the backer, check the backer. There we go, Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike 20. Hey, let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D. Shoot.
Now it's Haskins. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Watch the curl. Hey, Mike 20.
From the gun, Haskins. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Give the sack to Lorenzo Carter. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here Jones gets it out quickly, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
Complete.
A big pickup of 38.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Operating from the gun, Jones. Oh, Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. Reuben Foster picks it. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
Haskins and the Washington offense going to come up here 1st and 10 at the 40. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup. brings up 2nd and 3.
Looking to throw, Haskins. They'll roll him out right. Haskins not the most mobile of quarterbacks, but delivering there on the scramble to pick up the first.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw, so maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Throwing now, Haskins on first down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
For Terry McLaurin.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Haskins. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Brushing off defenders. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 39 yards there, a big one. Now, look, you're not going to be able to get this all back at once, but that certainly helps.
So you're saying 3 yards in a cloud of dust, not the strategy?
I go aerial attack.
Yeah, I think that's what has to happen. And if you're going to run it, you need to break off big chunks. We just saw a big play right there. They need plenty of those.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
Every team we ever talk to that continues to run the ball in a game, even when they haven't had much success, all talks about attrition, don't they? If you keep running it, eventually good things are likely to happen. It's been a hard go in this game today, hasn't it?
Yeah, this defense, they've met pretty much every challenge in front of them this afternoon.
They're still trying to run the ball, but they're not finding much space.
That's going to be a long day. Check.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Gibson, and he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
54's Mike. Check. Watch 54.
From the gun, Haskins flushed out right. He may try and run for this. Credit the Giants defense that time in pass coverage. 4th down. Jabril Peppers, a former first-round pick, there on the coverage. So now on 4th down, Washington will hand things over to their kicker, Dustin Hopkins. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Hopkins' kick is good. And that drops a deficit from 28 to 25. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Hey, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try to get some bigger points on the board.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 42. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Now after the turnover, here's Haskins. There goes a deep ball, end zone. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his first touchdown on the year. And the interception by the Washington defense leads to a touchdown. And that'll cut the lead down now to 18.
Is good. Makes the score Giants 35, Washington 17.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. They'll start things on 1st down with Dion Lewis. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
He's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there, 1st down.
He was taken.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. This is Lewis on the handoff. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 10 more there and another 1st down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns. But guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Off play action. Jones. And that is incomplete.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
In the 3rd quarter here in D.C., a 2nd and 10 upcoming. Off the play fake, Jones. And his throw is incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the 1st half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the 2nd half. Jones now. Off play action. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. On the handoff, Lewis. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown.
Touchdown, New York.
Dion Lewis, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. And they open the lead up now to 25 points.
Makes the score Giants 42, Washington 17.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
Washington.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They're set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Back now at FedEx Field. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Here's 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Haskins. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
38-yard line.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, Haskins. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
On 2nd down now, it's Gibson, and he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
Washington on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 9. Operating from the gun, Haskins. Eluding the pressure right. Throw right side, going to be complete to Moss. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A big gain of 39 on 3rd.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Now Haskins. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Dexter Lawrence. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Check 55 to Mike. Double dog. Shift. Zoom.
Here's Haskins. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. Washington on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting 3rd down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And Washington able to cut into that deficit. Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down now to 18.
Makes the score Giants 42, Washington 24.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the 4th. A run there on 1st down gets 3 up to the 28.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They'll try and run down some clock with Johnson. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Ty Johnson.
This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
Here's Jones from the gun on 3rd down. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. That's Deron Payne with a sack that time.
A loss of 7 yards.
Here's Riley Dixon now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this fourth quarter. Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short.
He was brought down by...
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. On second and inches, Haskins, and this is incomplete. Quez Watkins, the intended target, and that'll make it third down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
An incomplete pass on second down leads us to third and inches. Haskins will throw, and he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 14 yards through the air. Caught the D off guard on 3rd and 1.
First and 10 at the 40.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. He'll buy some time right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Another incomplete pass there. What do you take from this game offensively?
Well, you know it's tough to really analyze for them because it is a team game, right? And let's be honest, though. The defense did them no favors in this one at all. Offense actually moved the ball. So, bottom line, film session, defense, it's going to be a real tough one for them. Offense, they'll get a little bit of praise.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike.
On second down, it's Gibson. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
I thought that was a good call. Passing situation on second down, they hit him with a draw instead and pick up nice yardage.
Yeah, because the draw, they're thinking pass when they see that initially defensively, right?
But you know, in today's NFL, most of the time on second and long, when it's a passing situation, pass rushers are on the field and they're only thinking one thing, get to the quarterback. And oftentimes you can bypass them with a running play.
Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go.
On 3rd and 1, it's Haskins. He's going to let it fly. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line.
By the Giants. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they look to finish strong in this fourth quarter. This is a unit that certainly has turned things around from a week ago. Just a much more productive all-around ball game.
Today's final score.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's